So how can you lower your blood pressure without any medications? In this video, we're gonna cover it, so buckle up, Buttercup, because let's fix you. Number one is exercising, and I know that many people have so many excuses. There's 30 feet of snow outside, there's a blizzard, we just had an earthquake, I don't like exercise, I don't want to exercise. There's tons of reasons not to exercise. But if you're not willing to do some form of exercise, but you still want your blood pressure to change, sorry, Sally, but it ain't gonna happen. Now, the good news is you don't have to ride your bike 4 hours or be a triathlete or any stupid thing like that. You simply have to do something every day cardiovascular. And what that means is the simplest thing that you can do is walk. And what I recommend to people is just go for a 5-minute walk that way and turn around. You gotta come home. So it suddenly becomes a 10-minute walk. Make a habit out of it, do it every day. And what you can do is just make a habit of every single day on the same time every day. Just go that way, 5 minutes, come back. You got a 10-minute walk. You start developing the habit, and then you start to like it a little bit, and you start to feel good, and you notice your blood pressure is going down. And then you can, some days, if you have a little more time, you can go for a 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk. You want to build up, of course, you want to be healthier, but ultimately, you'd be surprised that it doesn't take that much exercise. And the reason why exercise works so well is because when you exercise, your body produces hormones that start to affect how your blood sugar is affected. The other thing is, when you exercise, through cardiovascular exercise, your body starts to produce more of a gas inside the arteries, and the arteries start to become more pliable, and that reduces the pressure in the arteries. Thus, your blood pressure goes down. Now, number two is your diet. And if you watch any amount of YouTube or go on the internet, you will find there are so many diets out there, and they're all so extreme. You've got vegan diets, you've got keto diets, carnivore diets, you've got Atkins diets, you've got Mediterranean diets, you've got zone diets, you've got grapefruit diets, water diets, and then you can, on all these diets, you can simply stop eating and just fast for 8 hours, you could fast for 16 hours, you could fast for 3 days. There's different types of diets, and which one do you choose? Well, the good news is that you really don't have to be that extreme. Just by making some simple changes, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do in just a moment here, but by making some simple changes, you can literally get 70 to 80% of the way there. By becoming a little more extreme, you can get that top-notch stuff. So I think you're smart. I think you know already what you're supposed to do. But let's just discuss it in simple terms. If you really don't know what to do, here's the answer. If it came out of the ground or grew on a tree, eat it. If it once walked the ground or swam in a river or an ocean, you should eat it. The diet is that simple. If it came from a laboratory where it took a major company to develop this product and now it's in a box and you can microwave it in 60 seconds, that isn't food. That's gonna destroy you. Number three, this is a big one, and you're not gonna like this, but you need to reduce the amount of stress in your life. And you cannot reduce the stressors, but you can reduce how your body affects stress. And there's two ways that you can do this that I like. Number one, you can start doing breathing exercise. And I have tons of videos on my channel about how to do deep breathing. The simple answer is this. You need to have 5 minutes a day where you just sit down in a chair and you tell yourself that whatever problems you have in your personal life, in your business life, in your family life, with friends, anything that's going wrong, you're totally gonna stress about it today in 5 minutes. But before that, you're gonna do some deep breathing exercise. You're gonna breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, as deeply as you can, 30 deep breaths, and you'd be shocked at how good you feel. And the second thing is that if you do it every day, it has a cumulative effect. You start to become more of a calm person. The second thing that you can do to reduce your stress is, and I found this very useful, you may not, but I'll put a link down in the description if you want to look at the book. It's a book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. It was written by a guy named Dale Carnegie. It was written like 80, 90 years ago. The current generation cannot read this book. It is so politically incorrect and will upset everyone because of the way it was written. Don't forget, 70, 80 years ago, no one got offended by anything. You just manned up and toughened up. See, right there, I just said something that probably will offend someone. But this book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, if you read that book, it'll change the way you think about things. So again, you can't stop people from trying to stress you out, but you can have an attitude that this stuff doesn't matter or it doesn't bother you. You can learn techniques of how to deal with how you deal with stress. So for me personally, you know, I have a personal life, I have a business life, I have an industry that I work in where there's another entire industry that wants to destroy us and put us off the face of the planet. I'm a YouTuber. Not really, I'm not really a YouTuber. I just do these videos. I don't consider myself a YouTuber. But then you start to, there's one guy that keeps making nasty comments on every video. And I appreciate the fact that this guy is at least helping me with the algorithm by hitting my videos, but yeah, there's always one, right? So you just learn to just let it flow off your back like water off a duck's back. But nonetheless, people will stress you out, things will stress you out, governments will stress you out, the world will stress you out, and you just need to learn you need better techniques of how to deal with it. So if you're interested, get the book. If you're not interested, hey, it's your life. The fourth thing that you need to do there are some supplements that you can take that will lower your blood pressure. It is true. There are beetroot supplements, there are amino acid supplements that help with nitric oxide like L-arginine and L-citrulline. There are B vitamins that you can take. There's fish oil. The one that people mainly overlook is the magnesium. And there are different types of magnesium, and some will affect blood pressure more than others. That is true. What's interesting about magnesium is magnesium, in theory, we should get from just the food that we eat. But we don't eat enough leafy greens. We don't eat enough vegetables. And even if we did, the soil is not what it used to be. So what you think are in vegetables, it ain't. So I'm going to tell you what I take. You could take this with a grain of salt because they are a video sponsor of my channel because they like my channel. But it's this stuff called Magnesium Breakthrough. And it's by a company called Bioptimizers. I'll put a link down in the description with a discount code if you want to get it. But it has 7 different types of magnesium. And as salesmanship as this sounds, it really is the best magnesium product that I have found that really helps my sleep. And what's interesting is if you sleep better, your body is healthier. If you recover better from workouts, your body is healthier. And so this has, again, 7 different types of magnesium in it. It's very easy on the stomach, no digestive problems, link down below, description. But you can try different types of magnesium, but look at their product and see what you think, and you could decide from there. Now the 5th and final thing that you could do to lower your blood pressure is so simple, but it's very difficult for a lot of people. You have to get rid of all the crap that actually causes high blood pressure. So if you're smoking, if you drink a lot of things that have high fructose corn syrup, that's just awful for you. Colas, out. You can't have them. Interesting enough though, a lot of colas have caffeine, which raises your blood pressure because caffeine is a vasoconstrictor. Coffee is a big one. Many people are drinking coffee with the idea that if they don't eat any food and they drink coffee, coffee will stimulate kind of a sugar metabolism where your body wants to take fat and convert it into sugar for weight loss. And if you just drink some coffee in the morning and just don't eat, for 6 or 7 hours after that, your body will try to mobilize fat as an energy source. And many people are doing that. And that's fine, as long as you don't have high blood pressure. The problem with high blood pressure is the coffee has caffeine in it and will vasoconstrict your blood vessels. Not good if we're trying to solve blood pressure naturally. So unfortunately, it's so easy on paper, but it is difficult. So you need to slowly over time eliminate those things or just cut the cord and eliminate them entirely. And you'd be surprised that if you just do that one, how your blood pressure goes down. Combine the other 4, you, my friend, have a winning combination.